YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Marbles Sunfish. Now, this knife here I've had for a little while, and I have to say I have tried to carry it. I've taken it out with me on a few walks. I've cut a few steaks with it. I've cut carrots with it. This makes a wonderful knife to have in the kitchen, just because you're going to have all this height in the blade. You're going to have all that utility in the blade. And when it comes to the small pen blade, that actually makes a wonderful knife blade to peel potatoes with, to peel carrots with. I mean, it really is a very good knife for that. If you also had to use this knife for what it was intended for, which was for cutting rope or even thick pieces of rope, that would also work very well. But for me, in my EDC, it just doesn't really work out. The only issues I've had with it is the fact that it's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier than what I usually carry. I mean, like a Spartan or even a smaller Victorinox. It's substantially heavier, and all I get out of that weight is 2 blades. And to be fair, this blade here, the size of it and the height of it and the amount of belly that you get on it, I have a hard time finding uses for it. See, for me, I actually really like to have a blade that, let me see here. I like to have a blade that is more of like a clip point. So here's my Schrade old timer, and this has more of a clip, but it also has other blades. And for me personally, this size of traditional knife actually is a little more manageable for me to carry and to keep in my EDC versus something like this. Now, don't get me wrong, this thing is beautiful. I mean, that's the reason why I bought it. I mean, the bone handles here are cut to look like Stag, and this is called their green Stag handles. The fit and finish of this knife is excellent for the money. The bolsters, the fact that they have these grooves here, there's a lot to like about this knife. It's just, for me, I've owned 2 Sunfishes, and I tried to really like them. They're very great knives, but boy, are they chunky. And there are even bigger ones than this one. Now, for me personally, does this mean I'll never buy a Sunfish ever again? No. I may get a small Sunfish, maybe a baby Sunfish, see if that works out for me. But the larger ones, at least for my EDC, are really not going to work out, and that's why I've actually sold this one. So I thought this was going to make a great piece to keep in my collection, especially if I was going to display it. I mean, this isn't a very good conversation starter. I mean, into itself, this is a very odd looking knife, very unique knife. There's a lot of history behind this pattern and where it came from. And for me, that would be a great conversation starter. It's just, for me, I'd much rather sell it, give it to somebody that's going to carry it and use it. And that's what I have actually done. So that is the Marbles Sunfish. And my reasoning why the Sunfish pattern just really isn't for me. This is a beautiful knife, and if you're able to find one, pick it up. It's harder and harder to find this specific Marbles model, and it's getting harder to find the Marbles. I think it's a brown Stag bone handle. It's just getting harder to find those, and these are actually made in the same factory that Rough Rider knives are made out of. So you don't pay too much, but pay a little bit just to get this beauty into your pocket. But for me, I'm gonna make a pass on it. So till the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.